Good evening, guys. Yes, it is our favorite sector of all time as we speak, uranium. And yeah, miners in the US and Canada, where are they? We look at these every week just to get, get in touch with how the market is. Um, and yeah, we will do the same today. So as always, like, subscribe, do your thing. Without any further ado, uranium miners, where are we? As always, we start off with U.UN, this broad physical uranium trust, again, has been on a tear lately after we started to break out from these that kind of sideways consolidation here. Massive move from 16 to roughly 34. That is roughly 100% move. And I think we have a bit of a blow off top here, in my honest opinion. I mean, it is going higher longer term, but I think that this move looks like it's done here. What I want to see is that we stay above that bull trap pivot high there at roughly 28, and let's just, for the love of God, just go sideways for like 3 months, 4 months. Just, create a nice, lovely base here. Maybe we see some fake outs there to the downside just to scare people off, and then we can go higher. But definitely, I wanted to pause right here for the next, let's call it 4 months. That would be ideal in my view. And there's nothing wrong with the chart pausing. You can see it here as well. That was a long pause. Obviously, we don't want to have that here. So 4 months, beautiful. Nothing to worry about in my honest opinion. ASPI here on the weekly, down 4% today, not ideal, but we have broken that red resistance there. As long as the green uptrend holds, I am very long in the stock here. And I do have a very high greed target for this one, but still overall, it's still very bullish, making higher highs and higher lows in a green uptrend. And yeah, nothing to worry about for me. I don't like that it is down 4% today when actually the miners has done very well. But again, that's short-term stuff. Let's see how we close the week for that one. AEC has broken that falling wedge. Beautiful breakout, retest, presumption, double top. Again, we need to get above 0.1. If we do, we are going to 0.2 in my honest opinion. So definitely, definitely something that it is working on, but it looks like some sort of cup and handle play right here in the making. Still, overall, I like it. The breakout, the retesting, and now we just want to get above the breakout high right there. So beautiful. BSK, nothing new to report. We have actually done nothing for 1, 2, 3 months worth of trading. We need to get above 0.75. Again, 0.75 right there. When it happens, we go way higher, way higher. But you can see the 30 weekly is still going sideways. It hasn't turned up yet, but when we get that break, if we get that break, that one should come up nicely below. Cameco still in a nice overall uptrend above the all-time highs from 2007. Again, let's see how it acts here, but definitely as long as we are in this green uptrend, I have nothing bad to say about this stock. It is trending heavily, and every pullback more or less right now is getting bought. At some point that will stop, obviously, but definitely I still find Cameco insanely strong. Alaska here, again, long-term sideways bullish consolidation broken. We are now blasting here. Should you be a buyer here? Maybe not, but definitely I think you should look for an entry. One entry could be, boom, retest down to roughly 0.55. If that happens, in my view, that is a purchase all day long. Do mind that we have a gap here, just as a note, but still a retest here down to 130, 155, 150. That should be a massive retest resumption. Denison Mines here. Denison Mines. Long-term stuff here, I want to show you. We have broken the 2007 golden trend line. Beautiful stuff here. Breakout right there, retesting, and now we are above the 2021 highs. Denison Mines look really good here. It really, really does. 30 weekly coming up nicely. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff still here. EU, Encore Energy. The good old Encore, a fan favorite as well. What do I want to show here? Yes, I want to do like this. Again, we are close to the triangle high or the 2021 high here at roughly 6.8. We are now at 6.4. So we still have a bit to go before it finds resistance, and then I think we'll pull back. But I do think eventually that level gets broken, and that opens up for a move to the upper side of that blue. Beautiful uptrend. FCU looks really, really maybe one of the most closest thing to a breakout that we have. We are breaking out barely here on the weekly. We're just getting above here, so we still have 3 days worth of trading, but definitely beautiful yellow uptrend. You know, entry was over here, and then you had the retesting, and then it was game on. Again, there you had the next consolidation, the bull flag, and again, in my view, this one is going also at some point in time to visit that upper blue, yellow uptrend here. Nothing really. But again, same thing here. We are at resistance. If it cannot break, I do expect some sort of delayed breakout. The trend is still heavily up. Monthly looks good. Weekly looks good. Man, nothing to be worried about. Here we have find last week. We had that major spike breakout here. Now we're coming into a massive retest. And we are having a green candle as we speak. Again, in my view, a buy here is often a very decent thing to do. Stops again should be if we break that green uptrend, getting below here, the blue, and obviously getting back below that yellow here. So you stop here with a buy roughly on the retest. Again, you have so much upside. The risk reward, in my view, you don't need to hit these to be on the right side of these very often to be hugely profitable. Forces metals, again, close to that triangle high right there. But again, overall breakout, bull flag, bull flag. I do think that we could stall here for quite a bit, hopefully in a bull flag, and we go higher again. Long-term golden trend line, yes, broken from 2007. There it is, breaking out, retest, retest. Within that squeeze, I mean, beautiful, beautiful textbook stuff, really. And yeah, this one is going way higher. Again, the trend is up, and I still think that we could go run to roughly 6 here on the forces metals chart. Again, FUU up 6% today, was actually up 10% at one moment in time. But as you can see, we have a very beautiful bullish chart. We are above that parallel channel here on the upper side. And you can see right now, beautiful weekly breakout. As we speak, yes, we have 3 days left. Last hurdle will be that 0.5 breakout right here. But again, overall, incredibly bullish chart. And I have a max greed target from that inverted head and shoulders at 3.3. Will we get there? We will have to wait and see, but that is the max greed that I can see on this chart for now. Global Atomic has actually done it incredibly well. That huge Niger thing, kind of like a V-shaped thing, right? Breaking out above the blue neckline again, and that golden resistance, which is now support retesting, and we are getting some green here. You can see deep retest, so it will probably need some time to digest it, and then we can go higher into February. But still, if URA and URNM continues its move, this one will also look very pretty. This is GXU, GoVX, nothing. Well, actually, it is kind of important. Who am I kidding? Neckline broken right there, inverted head and shoulders, broken trend line, this yellow here, also broken, and 30 weekly is coming up nicely here. Massively bullish chart for GoVX. Massive. Cannot be stressed enough here how strong it is. The week is still young, yes, but definitely I fancy what I see, to be honest. ISO, good old ISO here, still fighting that resistance there at roughly 5. There it is. In my view, cup and handle, it should break higher. Again, as mentioned here, we have the golden squeeze there, the consolidation for 18 months, breaking out, squeeze again, going higher. That's my take. Going higher. Cap here, It's actually lost. I wouldn't. Let's just. It has lost our green uptrend, so that is not ideal. But if we can see here, we're still above that blue triangle there. So that is still okay. Third week is still coming up. Overall, the chart looks like it wants to go higher. Not ideal that we broke that green uptrend, but definitely still in an uptrend. It might just need, like a longer pause. But I do think, obviously, that we will go to visit that 2021 high within a reasonably amount of time. A bearish take would be if we get below there, roughly. Getting below 36 to 37 would be very bearish. Then we would also lose the 30-weekly uptrend. So that's definitely one to note right here. I don't think that will happen, to be honest. I don't think so. Laramide resources, for some reason my lines are not here, but anyways, still grinding higher. We did break that squeeze there to the upside. I think we're going to visit 1.1 roughly. And yeah, this chart looks incredibly positive as well. I think this is wave 1, wave 2, and now we're in for the big long wave 3 here for Laramide resources. LEU still, and yes, I meant say still consolidating above 2 now support. Golden trend line right here. This screams it wants to break out at some point in time right there. So as long as we are here above these 2 trend lines, LEU, again, pole flag, right? It screams like a moving in the same direction as the trend. Light bridge still underperforming heavily, and I don't like that when you have a sector that is actually doing quite well. Light bridge underperforming heavily ever since the uranium market started to move right here. It's going down. I don't know what's wrong, but definitely that is a warning here. Mega uranium still blasting higher after we finally broke 0.42, give or take, and we are just still going higher. Long term, this looks amazingly bullish. I have a max greed target, the height of that channel there to the upside at 3.3. So still, yes, sounds like a broken record. It's beautiful. And next in also, as you know, I sold out. Again, I rolled it over into 3 other uranium miners, so it's not a big deal. However, we are just blasting higher. We are now back above that yellow channel. Incredibly bullish, breaking out here. You can see breaking out, retesting. Yes, wicks below, doesn't matter. Looks like we're going higher for next gen. Again, if we hold here, I think we can go to roughly 29, excuse me, 18 to 20, give or take. And we are now at 10. So incredibly bullish chart as well with that breakout above that flag. Retesting looks like we want to go higher. Sask, again here, not looking truly amazing. A false breakout here above that level right there at roughly 1.3. And we are below here. So again, it is also a smaller one, 150 million. So definitely not the best outlook. But again, it is still a bit early to say how low this can go before eventually, and I say eventually because, if the uranium market does what I think it will do here over the next few years, this one will get carried also. SMR, as we talked about, huge, looks like a capitulation move, massive move, double bottom. It's having a decent go here at the moment. And yeah, should you be a buyer here? I will never be a buyer after such a run here. I would definitely wait for some sort of formation to get confirmed, or we have some sort of pullback if you were to get in, if you didn't try to buy that double bottom there. And yeah, I think, again, it has also underperformed heavily ever since we started to move in the uranium. But yeah, not the best looking chart. I think there are way better plays out there as we speak. It might play catch up, but for now, the trend is still down. And but the positive side is I think we're trying to make some sort of bottom here. But these things takes time before we can undo all the weekly momentum to the downside, and then maybe we can start to go higher, depending on how it does it, right? So, but again, if you bought close to that double bottom, congratulations, beautiful risk reward entry. What do we have here? We have Sky Harbor. In my view, we have broken this mini bull flag here today. Beautiful. I think we're going higher. On the weekly, it's still a bit of a messy chart here, but overall, as mentioned plenty of times, I think there's some sort of rounding bottom there. And if we can get above roughly 0.72, I think it's game on. Ultimately, obviously taking the wicks there at roughly 0.84, but definitely getting up to here and breaking out would be very, very nice to see. Again, small daily bull flag seems to be breaking out as we speak. Lovely, lovely. UEC, tremendously strong. I like everything that I see about this chart here. We are above the 2010 high and basically breaking out, retesting here. We are a bit stretched, but again, this stock is just so strong here. You can also see that tiny bullish formation up there. But again, we are trending heavily, and that just means that every pullback, in my view, on the weekly here should be bought. Or retesting, however you want to play it here. It looks incredibly well. 30 weekly, smashing it with like a 30 to 40 degree angle. It's nice. Great weekly candle here for URG. We are about to break a long-term golden trend line. This is the monthly, going back to 2010. So definitely, if we get up to here, I would expect a fight between the bulls and the bears, but ultimately, I think we can have a beautiful break. And that means massive upside for URG. This is the 30 monthly, trending nicely upside to the upside. The 30 weekly as well. Heavy angle above 45 degrees. Insanely strong trending chart. And yeah, we need to get above roughly, let's call it $2. That's the Canadian one, I think, right? Nope, that's the I think it was the Canadian one. You can go check, but it is URG2. It's the level to look for. This is UROY. Holy bananas, what a chart. Inverted head and shoulders, breakout, retest, boom. I mean, there's nothing more to say, really. Insanely strong chart. Golden trend line broken. 30 weekly coming up. Beautiful. UT4. UUU, I think, is about to join the party here within that bull flag. And definitely, if we can start to get above that minor golden trend line right there, I think UUU will. It has underperformed a bit. Yes, it has. But I think long term, the chart is stunningly beautiful on the monthly. So if we can get above roughly 8 to 9 here, 8.8 to 9, UUU will do things. I think people underestimate this beautiful pattern right here. I know I might be a bit optimistic, but definitely I think this one could run big time. It is also a producer, but again, very close to completing that inverted head and shoulders on the monthly. 10 years in the making, even more, 13 years in the making if we break $11 to $12 in that, depending on how you look at it here. But a tad above 11, you have a massive neckline break on the monthly. We're still a bit far away, but definitely that is one to watch, really. Yellow cake with a bit of a pullback last week, but again, beautiful green uptrend. I will not go into too much detail. It is trending heavily, a bit stretched here. So yes, maybe we will go sideways and then we will finally get the target here roughly at roughly 800, 900 for yellow cake, YCA. That is all. Last but not least, usually we look at the URNM first, but I forgot it. So I will not let you down. You know that gap up here, everyone was bullish, and now we're retesting a lot of stuff here. The 2021 highs at roughly 51.50, and also the gap we filled, and now we're breaking up from that blue bull flag. Beautiful technical stuff. Again, let's see if it sticks here. I wouldn't call that we just blast from here. Obviously, I think there could be some more sideways stuff going on, but definitely that's a beautiful start. And we will see how it plays out, really. Nothing more to say about that. Uranium still looks good. Again, we are a bit stretched on some of the charts, and others, more the smaller ones, are actually very close to big breakout. So you can do some rotation if you want to. But I think overall, beautiful stuff. You know my take. I think we have a few good years ahead of us, depending on how fast it goes or how slow it goes. Uranium, still rocking it. That's all, guys. Uranium rules as always, and I will do my very best to say when I'm turning very bearish on uranium. I will do that at some point in time, and then we will just take our profits, and hopefully we will do it as close to the top as possible. We will not exit at the exact top, but if I hit within 20%, I'm more than happy. More than happy. That will be an amazing ride. Thank you, guys. Have a great one. Cheers. Bye.